So Kevin, the 3-0 win at home at Roots Hall, what did you make of it?
Yeah, listen, pleased with the performance, of course, and on the whole, this 3-0 clean sheet, perfect response from the other night. But delighted with the lads in terms of the way they went about their business. Halifax come and had a different shape from what they've been playing and matched us up a bit. So pleased with that. And the first half, Dallo got a great goal, good ball from Gus, and we probably, on the balance, could have had another one possibly. Gus had a shot and we had enough of the ball in the final third without making the last moment count. So then obviously going down to 10 men, I think it's important that we made good use of the ball, and wait for the right moment to, get the goal if you want, or that last pass or that last moment to score if you want. So delighted that it ended up with 3.
Yeah, we've got the ball into the box plenty of times and all 3 goals came from headers from crosses. What did you make of them? Yeah, no, delighted. I think it's a good finish from Dallo. It's a great ball in from Gus. So pleased with that. Sammy's got a great cross from Gus as he comes in at the back post ever so well, we know that, and obviously good at the end. It's a great stand-up ball from Cokes, I think. So yeah, delighted. I think with the subs coming on and making an impact again. The slight sour note is of course Noor, and we'll have to wait and see how he is. And after the visitors went down to 10 men, how pleased were you to see the team kick on and get those last 2 goals? Yeah,
because it can be difficult. I think they had one moment in the game they hit the crossbar, and it can be difficult, when you haven't got the second, and we saw that against Hartlepool, but it can become difficult. I think they were brave, I've got to say, in how they went about the 10 men, and had a go to try and score, I've got to say that, and pleased we could then capitalise, and I think we used the ball well, when they went down to 10 men, and used the pitch well, and got the ball comfortably in the right areas that we could get that final moment to score.
We had a big win at home in front of 8,000 fans again this season. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I'm delighted, of course. And listen, I know you lost the other night, but you're going to lose football matches. What you've got to do, as I can say, is stay level-headed. And it can be an overreaction sometimes, and you've got to just the perfect response. To go, win 3-0 at home's delighted, and for the fans again at the end. To get 3 goals at home, a clean sheet, it is a perfect afternoon.
Perfect, thanks Kev.
Thank you.
Cheers. Kevin Maher, congratulations, 3-0 win. What pleased you the most about that performance?
I think we're always searching for more, but to score 3 goals, keep a clean sheet, without giving up too much, to the opposition. And so I think, credit to them because they want to come and play and they want to attack, and they had a game Wednesday night, they've had to travel, so it can be, it's important you take advantage of that to a certain extent, and I felt we'd done that. We had chances first half, so it's important we went in ahead with Dallo's goal, and as I say, I think with professional performance second half.
Really solid performance from the midfielders, but in wide areas you were also dominant, and that showed with all 3 goals coming from headers that were from crosses. Yeah,
I think the first one's come from a cross just slightly inside the pitch, from a good area. Gussie stood it up, Sammy's as well. So yeah, listen, we get into the right areas quite a lot, we think, but just them right moments to score was important, and yeah, listen, with everyone delighted to come out with 3 points.
Quite a few kind of stoppages, particularly in the second half. How did you feel the team dealt with kind of not being able to get into a flow very much because of all the time spent, players going down and whatnot? Yeah, a lot of injury time. Of course, the injury to Noor's a sour note on it, and listen, we'll have to wait and see how he is and pray that it's not too serious, although it doesn't look great. But yeah, there's stoppages, but you've got to deal with that, and I think we did in the end. I think we had to make them move with the ball, and eventually it told, and delighted. Exactly the sort of response you wanted from the loss in midweek. How do you go forward now with a whole 7 days until your next game?
Yeah, listen, a bit of rest and recovery, and we'll get people in and have a look where we're at, and obviously prepare for the Boston game, which will be a tough one, and they'll come and make it really difficult for us, we know that, and it's important we stay patient today, and I think there's going to be a little bit of that this year. Teams are going to come in and try and make it hard and let us have the ball at times, and we've got to stay patient, and wait for the right moment for the opening to come, and make sure we take advantage when that does.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you.
I know it's never in doubt, but how blazing was that reaction today?
Yeah, delighted. I think it's important that you get the win, you know, and clean sheet again, which is something that I think we've been good defensively this season. Obviously, the other night happens. Important not to overreact, of course, and you know, stay consistent with the players. And you know, there's a game the other night we actually could have got a point from. So great reaction, perfect response in terms of when you lose a game to come and be at home in front of a big crowd and go win the game.
And with Noah, was it his ankle or what's
No, it's his knee. I think he's had a bit of gas and air in there. I'm not sure quite what happened. Someone's fallen on him, and he's landed awkwardly on his knee. So we can only wait and see on that.